Hey guys, we're an adventure with Nick and Rachel, and we bring you the best places to hike and explore in the Southeast and more. So if you're into that kind of thing, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we bring you weekly videos just like this. Today we are in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and we are doing the Rainbow Falls Trail to Mount LeConte. It's 13 miles round trip, and you get nearly 4,000 feet in elevation gain. So let's go check it out.
So as always, AllTrails is a little bit off. It's about 14.5 miles from the parking lot and back. We'll have a link in the description below of the route that we logged if you'd like to use that for a reference. It's so beautiful here during the summertime, getting to see the mountain laurel blooming with its pinks and whites, enjoying a beautiful summer day with the breeze blowing through the leaves. We wish we could live closer sometimes. We would be out here every day if we could, enjoying every season. The sun's rays filter through the trees, casting a warm glow on the forest floor and the trail ahead, revealing nature's captivating play of light and shadows.
So after the fires that swept through here in 2016, the National Park Service took on a major project in this area because this trail used to be really a rough, rugged footpath, and so they wanted to make it safer for hikers, more durable surface to eliminate a lot of the erosion that was occurring. And so it was a 2-year project, and they installed over 350 steps. So those steps that we've been going up, the stone steps, they installed those. They created nearly 600 feet of elevated trail surfaces, installed over 400 drainage elements, and placed over 1,000 native stones along the route to make it more durable and make it safer, because there were a lot of little footpaths off that hikers had made. So they made it a lot more safer and a lot easier to hike. So I mean, so far this trail has been moderate. I would say moderate. It's been a little bit difficult. I've been breathing pretty heavy, so I couldn't imagine what it was like prior to 2017 when they did all the repairs and stuff. So speaking of wildfires, there are wildfires going on in Canada. And what you're seeing over there in that light beam, all that haziness, smokiness, is the smoke coming down from those fires up in Canada. That is crazy that this smoke has worked its way all the way down here to the Smoky Mountains, which makes it a little more smoky, I guess.
Yep, they're living up to the name.
Plants are one of my favorite things, so get ready for some fun plant facts. The Great Smoky Mountains is home to over 1,800 species of vascular plants, from trees, shrubs, wildflowers, ferns, vines, and more. Ferns happen to be one of my favorite plants, possibly due to watching fern gully so much growing up. But there are over 50 different types of ferns in the Smokies. The coolest part to me is that the Smoky Mountains are so diverse that the plant count continues to rise each year with new discoveries. Look at the size of that tree. It's got to be one of the lucky few that made it through the logging boom in the early 1900s. I think it's pretty cool how ferns unravel like little fruit roll-ups. Check out the little spores on the backside of the leaves. That's how they reproduce rather than seeds.
So the earlier you get here, the better. We got here around 8 o'clock, 8:30, and it's a Thursday, so a weekday, and the parking lot was already full. And we ended up having to park in the overflow parking lot. We were the first ones there, but people were showing up left and right after we got there.
And here recently in the Smokies, they've been putting rocks where people used to just park.
Yeah,
now they got big boulders there, so there's less parking.
Yeah.
You also need your parking pass if you're going to do any of these hikes. So keep that in mind.
As we rounded the bend in the trail, anticipation filled the air. Suddenly, there it was, the sight of Rainbow Falls emerging into view. The rush of water tumbling down the rocky cliff, the mist dancing in the sunlight, and the powerful roar echoing through the forest. The sight of Rainbow Falls from around that bend reminded us of the raw beauty that awaits around every corner.
Right behind me is Rainbow Falls. about 2.6 miles up the trail, and it has the distinction of being the highest single drop waterfall in the Great Smoky Mountains at 80 feet. It gets its name from the rainbow that'll form in the mist of the water coming off of the waterfall. If the sun hits it perfectly on those like pretty sunny days, I mean, there's a lot of sunshine up there, but I don't think we're gonna get that rainbow today. But that would have been really cool to see. But we're gonna continue up the trail to Mount LeConte. A lot of people do congregate at the waterfall, but just like when we did Allen Cave, they turn back at that main attraction. So we'll get a more peaceful hike up to Mount LeConte. So let's get going. So on these day hikes where we know we're gonna be around water, this water bottle is perfect to take to like replenish our water bottles that we do take. So we take maybe like 3 or 4 of those regular water bottles, drink those, and fill those up with the filtered water that we get through this. It's perfect, it's super lightweight, easy to keep in our bag.
Just gotta make sure there's water on trail.
Yep, just gotta make sure.
Because that won't do you any good unless you know there's a river or some kind of water source.
Mountain water is good.
Oh yeah, and you ain't got no problem with the Smokies. There's water everywhere.
So since most people turn around at Rainbow Falls, the trail gets pretty overgrown since not many people walk up through this way. But you can still see exactly where the trail is. But during the summertime, all this green is covering the trail. So
you practically need a mosquito net to wear over your face in here because there's so many bugs flying around and gnats. I've already inhaled probably 2 and snorted 1 at least.
Yeah, definitely wear your bug spray because ticks and
especially huffing and puffing, you can't help it. They get around your face and you just breathe them on in.
My gum's like a bug trap.
Your gum? Oh, you're gonna chew them up.
Stick on in there.
You can just see them floating around your face right now. Crazy. We're coming around this corner, and I don't know if you've ever seen bears in the woods, but they're super, super quiet. They're like ninjas, even though they're huge. I heard like a little snap, like, and I looked over, and there was a bear like maybe from here to that tree, which is probably about 20 feet away, 30 feet away, and you could barely hear him. It was like a full-size black bear, and as soon as I heard that snap, all I seen was like about that much of his upper body, and then he just went down the tree, and you never heard him again. Never seen him again, never heard him. So as long, you might think you're, hiking by yourself, and oh, there ain't no bear out here just because you don't see him. I promise you, every hike you go on, there's probably a bear like watching you or like near you at some point.
So this is a big old dried up reishi mushroom. I guess like bigger than my hand. But Nick takes, it's a medicinal mushroom, and Nick takes a supplement of it. But if you are ever out here and you come across like mushrooms or plants or whatever, do not eat them, do not pick them unless you are absolutely 100% sure you know what it is, because you could get really hurt doing that.
Yeah, there's actually some mushrooms out here that will kill you, and you will die a very painful death.
Really hurt as in die.
Like they're called destroying angels, and they're white and they grow on the ground. But there's also fakes that look just like it that are edible. That's why they tell you do not eat it unless you know 100%, because you might be just playing with your life. But that is a big old reishi.
The shelf.
It's a pretty one. Those mushrooms are really pretty. The older they get, the browner they get, and they start getting like the rings towards the edges. I was just telling you how big they get. Look how crazy big that one is. That's like, it's massive. It's really, really huge. Get a better look from the top.
That's like at least 4 of my hands.
Yeah, they get really, really big. That's one of the bigger ones I've seen. A mushroom hunter, you ain't supposed to take anything like that out of the national park anyway, but other places and around this area, they still grow. So if you see them out in other woods and you know who owns the property or you own the property, feel free. But
there's a gross rotten one on the other side of that tree.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty gross.
I love mycelium.
Yeah.
It literally looks like everything's burning down over here. Like once you get out of that canopy, you realize how bad and hazy it really is. Like just take a look at that. That is insane.
Being in like the tree cemetery.
Yeah, we're in the tree graveyard now.
It looks
So it just looks so like ominous. You can't really see that far. You see this little hill right here? You can't really see too much. You can vaguely, I don't know if you can even pick it up on camera, but vaguely see the mountain range behind it. It is so like hard to see.
This reflects that mountain. I'm calling it a hill. Mountain.
Well, it looks kind of more like a hill because we're up high with it. Sorry, mountain. You can hear this bird. It's going to be right up in here. Right there. He's calling his baby. His baby fell out of the nest. He's right there and he can't really fly. He was in the trail and he got scared off the trail. But, hope you don't go too far and get eaten. Or whatever. Or his mom can't find him to bring him some delicious snacks until he gets able to fly. He looks way too young. His wings ain't long enough at all. Like he was just hopping around. I still see him, but he's getting further and further away. We need to move so we don't scare him further off. Just where I was trying to take a rest too. Our second snack break, and we're at that point in the trail where we're just thinking about, all we can think about is what we're going to eat for dinner. What do you want? We haven't eaten our actual lunch yet, but I'm really hungry. We're like a little more than halfway through and we still got a long ways to go. More than likely this trail is going to probably be over 14 miles. Usually the signage and AllTrails is usually off, so I wasn't surprised if we logged about 14 and a half by the time we out of here. So you always got to be prepared for stuff like that. Bring extra water and snacks just because you never know.
Yeah.
A lot of that signage is off.
Bring your headlamp.
Yeah, bring your headlamp. Because you might be stuck out here after dark.
Looks like we are.
I want Mexican.
You always want Mexican.
So, tacos.
Follow me.
Alright, then it is. Tacos is settled.
Not only is there incredible diversity of plants in the Smoky Mountains, but also among animals. We got to see a really cool, elusive red-cheeked salamander. Their habitat is almost completely the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and a little bit into Rabun County, Georgia. Speaking of the diversity of animals in the Smokies, we recently wrote a book introducing children to some of the awesome animals that live here. It's already live on Amazon, but we'll be making a formal announcement about it soon. We just thought we would give our dedicated viewers who've made it this far into the video a surprise announcement. It's called My Home the Smokies by Nick and Rachel, and if you'd like to go ahead and check it out, that would be awesome. This is our first time ever doing anything like this, so if you enjoy it, please leave us a 5-star review. There's a Kindle and a paperback version.
So just wanted to stop and say thank you guys for watching our channel. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers. We may already have surpassed that by the time this video comes out. But if you watch our channel regularly, please consider subscribing. That really helps our channel and you get to see awesome content like this. But we just wanted to say thank you guys for watching, and we enjoy making this content for you guys and enjoy hearing from you. So let us know down in the comments how we're doing and make sure you subscribe.
Did that taste good? What happened?
A bug went right down in my throat. I felt it hit the back of my throat.
I was in the middle of recording like 2 seconds ago. If I could have just if you were in the middle of talking, that would have been so funny. Like old blooper.
gift shop. You can get t-shirts, hats, you can get stickers, pins, like all kinds of different things. The shirts, they say the year on it, so that's something cool to get. And then they've got like pictures, the history of him carrying his mom up here to build it. It's really cool. So definitely make sure you stop in here and bring cash. Make sure you bring cash so you can stop in here and get you a cool hat or something.
When you come up here, you gotta make sure to get your picture taken in the front of the lodge, because it always says the day you came and the elevation. That's the dining room. Something smells good.
Alright guys, so we have made it to LeConte Lodge. We are going to end our trip here because we've seen from the overlooks and just from the sky up here that we're not going to have a really great view because of the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. But the trail all the way up here was awesome. Like Rainbow Falls was beautiful. I love those trails where you get like 2 for 1. So Alum Cave and Rainbow Falls had awesome views. But we have done 2 trips up to Mount LeConte now, which was awesome. But we are running out of daylight, so we're going to go ahead and head back down the mountain. Thank you guys for joining us. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.